BingoToys has really opened up the bar to what is possible when it comes to Transformers, especially in the third-party space. So, for those of you who have been living under a rock maybe for the last couple of years, BingoToys was one of those, almost felt like a pop-up company that started making, they started making those over-sexualized, like RC kind of variants and everything like that. And then out of the blue, they announced they're doing a Computron. Now, I think as far as they dived into like G1, I think one of their first releases, I honestly believe it was a Shockwave. And even when that was released, I didn't pick it up. But from the people that I've watched and people who've talked about it, they said that this company, while they're not perfect, they know what they're doing. And earlier this year, they released their first piece of Computron, Hertz. And I'll have to say that figure was amazing. It blew me away. And I haven't done a video on it yet, and I probably should. So if you guys want me to do like a kind of like a toy video on it, you let me know in the comments down below, because I am kind of reformatting how I'm doing things here on the channel. So hopefully you guys enjoy the new direction I'm taking for not just the content here on YouTube, but how I'm going to distribute content on MajinPlanet. And hey, speaking of Majin, I would like you to head over to MajinPlanet whenever you get a chance and check out all the content I have on there. Blog posts spanning Transformers, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, and Dragon Ball, and all kinds of other little pieces of content, toy reviews, movie reviews, things like that. So let's dive right back into today's video. So today we're taking a look at BingoToys BT0802 Newton, I think that's how to pronounce. This is their take on Afterburner. And I was actually kind of worried because in the past, BingoToys have only released like one figure a year. And I don't know why that's kind of been like, maybe it's because of, logistics, having, maybe they own their own factory. They got to take the sales into account. What's interesting, though, is I'm looking at it at Show Z Store. I do have all these pre-ordered on Show Z Store, and I find it interesting that they are now treating them like fans' toys. So what I mean by fans' toys on Show Z Store, usually you're not eligible for the double deposit discount that they offer. So these are no longer, it looks like they're no longer being offered that. It also looks like they've also gone back to their free shipping. So for any US people, if you buy from Show Z Store, they have gone back to their free shipping for 15 to 25 days. And I'll be honest with you, I'm okay with that. I did kind of steer away from Show Z Store just a little bit earlier this year, just because it seemed like, they were like, the shipping was getting a little expensive. And what was cool is I ended up getting my Hertz before a lot of people got theirs. So that was kind of an interesting kind of tidbit there. But let's go ahead and let's dive into Afterburner. I'll give you my initial thoughts, what I think. I think this is basically going to be just as good. And it's an arm. He's an arm. And so for the most part, he's going to be, the skeleton of this is going to be the same as their last release. So I'm not really surprised by that. It is labeled as MP scale, but it's a little taller than what it should be. So unfortunately, it's not going to scale if you set it next to like your other G1 Transformers. Like in terms of like, if you're looking at the Sumbo chart, they're not going to scale. And the last pictures that were updated was the 22nd of 2026 in May, which I think is really cool that Show Z Store, dates their stuff so we can kind of have like a history of like when things were like announced, things were released, stuff like that. So it's supposed to come out third quarter of this year, which is actually pretty cool. So it's pretty soon, actually. So sometime in late summer, we should be seeing this coming in. So 2 figures from then in a year is really cool. It looks really good. Like, and I honestly feel like Afterburner is one of those bolt modes that's really hard to pull off right, and it looks really good. And so you can see here in the first picture, the new picture they posted. We've got like a silhouette shadow kind of faded in of the robot mode. You get the arm mode. The hand, I'm going to say this right now. The hand on this Computron is the best combiner hand I've ever seen. Out of all the combiners that I have actually touched and handled with through third party, even like official Dakara. Like Dakara hasn't really made any combiners really other than the train bots, but it's the best hand I've seen. It's detailed properly. It's got amazing articulation. It feels very, and the fact that they made the fingers all like kind of different sizes instead of all being the same size really sells it. The guns look fantastic. They look well painted. This looks well painted. Like, this looks really good. And yes, looking at it, I can definitely see a lot of the same kind of like skeleton of Hertz and everything like that. I can see it. The color is a little different. Now, these are render shots. These are not like production shots, or these might be like really high res shots, but I don't know. They just look really good. It looks really good. I love how you can cross his arms, so it looks like he's got butterfly joints probably. The articulation on these things are really good. I love how you can just deck him out with all these different weapons, and having options is really good. It looks like the wheel. Probably looks like it like does like a turn in into the leg right there and everything like that. So that looks really cool. It looks like he's got a lot of different accessories, or the guns and weapons can do a lot, which is actually pretty cool. He's got double barrel guns. He's got little knives. Looks like he's got maybe it's like a sword. Maybe they're swords, or maybe they're just the like little like hand blades. But it looks like he has two different sets of guns that he can put on his arms and legs. Yeah, you can see it's really detailed. It's detailed really well, and how it combines, like I can see the wheel in the back. So let's see. There we go. So he does have the wheel in the back, and looks like we do have the motorcycle. I guess what would this be, a Tron? Is that what he's kind of based off of? It like reminds me of he's based off of like the Tron, those Tron cycles. That's kind of what it looks like to me. I love that. Like, you kind of got like a John Wick kind of like look with holding the guns there. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we got vehicle mode. That looks really good. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks like, okay, so there's the feet. So it looks like the legs kind of fold up onto the back, and the arms probably fold up inside. But it kind of like flips over, and then and then here's the front of it, so you can put the weapons all part of the one thing that I really love about, especially when you come to like third-party Transformers, when you can take the accessories and apply them to the alt mode, and it doesn't make the alt mode look stupid. Like, obviously Hasbro, it's an American company. I should say American company, but they cater to like the Americans, like the children, like all those things that they say that like children can't do this, they can't have that. So they got all the ports all over them. They've got the guns like that stick on the top, and it looks really dumb sometimes. But like third party does a really good job of either making sure the weapons like go inside or something, or like they just become part of the alt mode. And I think that this is really cool how it looks like everything, it just becomes part of the alt mode. And that's really cool, because sometimes you get accessories that I see. I first saw that was like mistransformed, but I can see, so the feet become kind of like the fenders or like rockets in the back. So that's really cool. And it's got a lot of, and the fact that it's got all this detail right here, like that to me is amazing. Like, the detail on this thing is amazing. And then here's the arm mode, and even in the arm mode, you can incorporate the weapons, and it doesn't look like it's not part of the mode. So I don't know how this is going to work. So it looks like it's kind of the same thing. Like Hertz, the legs become the biceps and the forearm, and then the top part of the robot becomes like the shoulder bit on the lower part of the biceps. So it's interesting. It's interesting design, and I'm glad they're not rushing these. And then of course, we've got here earlier on in 2024 when it was first, I don't think this was when it was first announced, but it does say it's arrive in 2025. So I don't know if that meant, so here's Here's the two that they announced. Hertz, and I don't know which one. I don't know which one this one is. So it looks like they announced like 3. Is that what we expected to get 3 of them? So it looks like we're getting like the leg and 2 arms. So we're gonna get 3 this year. So does that mean we'll get the 4th one in 4th quarter? So that's interesting because Hertz came out in January. Like I believe I got mine in January. So is that Hertz? That's Hertz? That's Hertz. That's Afterburner. Who is this one? I don't know who that is. I don't know. It's stylized though, so I think when it comes to the Technobots, you can get away with it being not G1 accurate, even though these are very like if I were to look at this, I was like, yeah, these are the Technobots. Like that's one thing that these things have going for them, where I think the Fans Toys has failed, and I think Fans Toys is gonna fail. I think they're gonna lose. Of course, you're gonna have those Fan Toys fanatics. They're gonna buy the Fan Toys one, and they're gonna get online and praise how it's the best thing ever. It's G1 accurate, you know, blah blah blah. And you know what? Those people, you can do that. I'm completely fine with you doing that, because the best thing about having competition is that you have options. When you don't have competition and you don't have any options, the option that you do have becomes very limited. And I feel like in Transformers third-party space, we're starting to slowly lose competition. You've got X-Transbots and you've got Fans Toys. They are basically the 2 companies that make masterpiece figures now. Yes, you have MMC. I've made videos about MMC. Some of you guys have told me that they are masterpiece. Here, look. They are masterpiece in terms of their scale. If you're talking about individual robot modes, but I do feel like they are made with a different kind of plastic, the same kind of plastic that I feel that they use in, like, say, a Takara product or a Hasbro product, because I feel more comfortable. And I only own 2. I only own the 2 Decepticons, Mixmaster and Scavenger. They're Constructicons. I only own 2 of them, and I can tell you that from just messing with them, I don't have a spot on my collection for them. I did buy them out of FOMO. I do plan on making like kind of a toy video talking about my FOMO with those guys and like the reason why I bought them, even though I said to myself I don't need another set of Constructicons. But I do plan on making that video. Probably I'm hoping to get that video done in June, but we'll see how it goes. I'm still kind of figuring out an easy way to do transformations on camera. That's very difficult for me to do. It's difficult. I haven't figured it out yet. I think I have a couple ideas on how I can do it and where it looks good and stuff like that, but we'll see. Because I have done just the whole, like, I do the entire transformation and fumble around on it, and you guys didn't like it. The YouTube analytics showed me the dips. I saw that you guys did not like, you guys skipped it or just stopped watching. So that's kind of why I cut my transformations out of videos, because I'm not good at it. I'm good at doing transformations. Don't get me wrong. I can transform almost all my Transformers without instructions now. Well, there's a couple that it's been a while, but I usually transfer my stuff back and forth. But that being said, like Hertz, I can transform him back and forth no problem. It's very simple transformation. I suspect this one might be a little bit more complicated because of how the back is, with the legs becoming the front of the cycle and everything like that. But I think it's still gonna be, for the most part, a very simple transformation. And because of that, I would say right now, and this is maybe a hot take, I think BingoToys right now, and this is just based off their last release, which was Hertz, and then this next one coming, Afterburner, their Newton, they are the best third-party masterpiece company right now. They are making the best quality, the best looking, the best painted. Just that, like, when I buy a Transformer, I want it to look good on my shelf. I want it to be playable. And playable, I mean, like, it needs to be able to transform easily without the fear of breaking it. I need to be able to pose it, and I need it to look good. It doesn't have to be painted like crazy, There is a way of painting a figure, a premium paint finish, where you don't feel like you're going to scratch the paint. With fans toys, I really feel like they look beautiful, but they're not playable. They do not transform. I shouldn't say transform properly. They do transform properly, but they are a mess. They have a tendency to have issues over time period. Like, for example, my Scrapper. My Scrapper is in combined mode because I bought the Fans Toy Constructicons to be in combined mode. And I can tell you right now that I will probably never transform him back into robot mode or vehicle mode because I am starting to notice some issues. And that is not good. That is not good. So, unfortunately, I plan on making a Fans Toys video on all of them eventually, but we'll see. My unboxing videos didn't seem like they did very well, so I stopped doing them. I do them on the website, so if you want to watch them for free, you can head over to MajinPlanet and watch those. But if you guys want them on the channel, I'll definitely do them. But at this point, I don't think it's worth hurting the algorithm, I guess you could say, even though I still enjoy doing them. But for the most part, I think they're the best. I think they're the best. And then, of course, you do have Magic Square. Magic Square, I would consider more of a Legends company, and they kind of dipped their toes into Masterpiece. I think Magic Square would be a really good company if they were to do Masterpiece. I think they could give X-Transbots and Fans Toys a run for their money. Is there anybody else? I mean, I guess there is Unique Toys, but Unique Toys, I don't know what's going on with them. You have Zeta/Moon Studio or Studio Cell or whatever the hell they're called now. Whatever's going on with them. You do have when I say you still have some companies out there, and then you got New Age. I don't even know what New Age is doing now. I think they're still just doing repaints of all their Legend figures, which is crazy because all of my Legends figures are all New Age figures, and I don't think I owned any Magic Square Legends figures. I think the first one I own is the one I'm going to talk about later this week, and hope you guys check it out. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, guys, this is my kind of like first look at Newton, kind of coming back into doing my Prime Talk videos more regularly. So I hope you guys enjoy that instead of just doing them like once a month or once every 2 weeks or once a week or whatever. I'm just gonna when I got something to talk about, we're gonna do it. So, and for you guys, I got a lot to talk about now. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out this video right up here in the corner. And as always, guys, until next time.